Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Georgetown versus Coppin State college basketball matchup on Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks every day at Pick Dawgz, but if you're looking for the games we like the best, those are the ones we put under the Premium Picks tab. You can use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp trading plays meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text the number that you see on the screen. It's the only way to get those plays. But let's get to this one. Georgetown taking on Coppin State. It's year one of Ed Cooley at Georgetown, leaving Providence to take the Georgetown job. It's kind of a suspicious move there, as he pretty much had a lifetime contract at Providence, and then he heads over to Georgetown, where they have not had a lot of success in recent years, and boy, it's going to be tough to rebuild this program playing in the Big East, and they're picked second to last in that conference this year, and have played pretty much like a team that is there. We've seen them in some step-up games this season, and they have not held up in any of those games, losing to Rutgers, TCU, and Syracuse, but their other game that they also played that they lost was against Holy Cross in a game that they were pretty heavily favored in. You know, I think Georgetown certainly has that old-time charm of, some great teams under John Thompson, but it has been quite some time since we've seen the Hoyas be relevant on the national scene in college basketball. I think, a couple of years ago we saw them make that run in the Big East tournament, landed in the NCAA tournament, but that's really about it. What we saw was a team where, Patrick Ewing, a Georgetown legend, ended up getting fired. So Cooley has his work out ahead of him in this. But, getting top-tier talent to Georgetown, it shouldn't be that tough. But a lot of the kids out there, they want to play for winners. They want to play for teams that they've seen win. And most of the kids in this day and age have never seen Georgetown as a winning team. Those Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning days, long gone. But we look at, Georgetown's last few games against Syracuse and against TCU. They played competitively against TCU, only losing by a point, getting 9.5 in that thing. But against Syracuse, they were competitive in the first half, but the second half, it was all orange. That one was at the Dome. Meanwhile, when we look at, the other games, the win against Merrimack, they did not cover the spread as a 10.5 point favorite. And then the team that's close to this one, Jackson State, 88-81 in a game they were laying a big number, like they're laying here against Coppin State. Coppin State, a school that plays generally a lot of big names out of conference. They haven't this year particularly, and they haven't fared that well against the lesser competition, but the covers came against Wagner, LaSalle, UMBC, a team that they beat outright as a dog, and then Eastern Illinois, losses against Miami of Ohio, bad loss to Louisville. So Coppin State just hasn't really shown that they have what it takes to hang with top-tier competition from the big conferences so far this season. When we look at the Georgetown defense, it's certainly nothing special, but against this Coppin State offense, it appears like it should be more than enough. And then when we see the Georgetown offense versus Coppin State, well, I think Coppin State's going to have their share of struggles here. I generally don't like laying this big of a number with bad teams, but I think I'm going to do it here. I'm going to take Georgetown, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.